All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about Jim O'Brien? The famous O'Brien family, he told me to say that. At least famous in their minds. It's his line, not mine. I'm excited to have him, and I think you'll enjoy him. Please welcome Mr. Jim O'Brien.
All right, I'm Jim O'Brien. I'm going to explain how I got here. Being a stand-up comic was never on my bucket list. Not in a million years. What happened was, my son took the course a few years ago. Then my brother and his daughter took the course. Then my grandniece took the course. Then my wife took the course. Well, after my wife's course, after her show, this theater closed for 19 months. She claimed it had something to do with COVID. I'm not sure about that. When I'm done my act, I'm going to say, thank you very much. You've been very kind. Or if I lose my train of thought, or if I can't remember anything, thank you very much. Oh wait, I just thought of something. Things that annoy me. My one son was going to college, and he comes up to me and says, you know, I think I might want to be a lawyer. I said, really? I said, you want my opinion on lawyers? He said, sure. I said, I think all lawyers are whores. Well, he never became a lawyer, but he's doing all right. He's back here filming this today, so he's fine. So, besides lawyers, there's other groups of people that I could be very hostile with. One are roofers. You ever put a roof on your house lately? Yeah, you get prices, you ask people around. You find this side on the roofer. He comes, takes half your roof off, says, oh, it's a lot worse up here than we thought. It's going to be a couple $100 more, or maybe $1,000, maybe more. What do? You say, well, just put it back and I'll get a second. Yeah, you know that's going to work. Then there's dentists. When was the last time you went to a dentist? He examines you, takes some x-rays, says, no problem. Little cavity. Fix it in no time. $100. No, it doesn't work like that anymore. Oh, it needs a cap or a crown. Heaven forbid, it might need root canal. Yeah, when I was growing up, if somebody was getting root canal, people talked about it for weeks. Now, people walk around with half a dozen root canals, all kind of caps and crowns, porcelain in their mouth, thousands of dollars. I mean, you talk about $1 million smile. Next are car salesmen. Now these guys are really I do some research. I know exactly what kind of car I want. All the bells and whistles. Go to a dealer, they say, no problem. If we don't have the car, we'll get it for you. Well, naturally they don't have the car. And they can't get it for you. Nobody will swap cars with them. So you're talking to the salesman, and he's finagling around, and before you know it, he's got you in a little room. You don't want to be in that little room. Once you're in that little room, you think you're not going to get out of here unless you buy something. So you say to the salesman, you ask him a question. He says, that's a good question. Let me check with my manager. So he goes and leaves. 10 or 15 minutes, you don't see anybody. So you're in the room with, maybe your wife, your spouse, or your friend or whatever. Now the little room is becoming an escape room. How can I get out of here? Finally, the salesman comes back, answers my question. I said, I got another question. I got to go see the manager again. He leaves, the 10 or 15 minutes. Now you're sitting there. You're figuring this escape room is really getting to me. I gotta get out of here. So he comes back, and then he says something like, "Isn't buying a new car exciting?" I look at him, and I say, "It's a pain in the ass." So, your roofers are trying to tar and feather you. The dentists are like drill sergeants. Car salesmen want to take you for a ride. And the lawyers, it's a shame that 95% of the lawyers are such jerks, they make the 5% that are doing a good job look bad. If I offended anybody, I'm not sorry. I'm offended because everybody else is offended. Everybody has rights. An example. My wife and I take our grandkids. We decide we're going to take them for a hay ride, corn maze. So we go online, we find a place not too far. Looks all right. We get there, nice farm-looking place. We said, "Where's the hayride?" He said, "Oh, it's up top of the hill." So we go top of the hill. There's a tractor, a trailer, benches all around, no hay. We says, "Well, where's the hay?" The driver says, "I wouldn't use hay anymore." He says, "Oh, a hayless hayride." So I says, "Why don't you use hay?" He says, "Well, some people are allergic to hay. Other people say it makes them itch and they sneeze." So now we're going for a tractor ride in the field. So I'm thinking of going into the synthetic hay business. There might be a call for that. But anyhow, I have a solution of what we can do. If you're allergic to hay, what shouldn't you do? Go on a hayride. I'm allergic to bees. I don't have a beehive in my backyard. I'm not carrying an EpiPen with me. All right, one other thing that bothers me. You see signs all over the place. You pull into a parking lot, Acme or a mall or something, and there's always a sign that says, "Parking parents with children." I figure, well, I'm a parent. I got 2 children. They're 46 and 42. What about grandchildren? Do the children have to be with you? That doesn't explain anything. Another sign you see, I know everybody has seen this one. If you're on 309 or Turnpike, a big flashing sign. It says, "Missing persons cited." Well, if the missing person is cited, are they still missing? My wife and I were in town last week. We're walking down the street. There's a shop. I don't even know what kind of shop it was. It had a sign in the window. It says, "Please ring bell." I go and I ring the bell. This big guy comes. "What do you want?" I says, "I don't want anything." I just go with the sign says. Why was he pissed? And I didn't know I could run so fast. So I'm driving along, I see another sign, I stop. I'm there about 15 minutes. There's a knock on the winch. Car door. I roll the window down, I says, "Yes, officer, what can I do for you?" He says, "What are you doing?" I says, "I'm doing what the sign says. It says, watch children." Go on, get the car. Thank you very much.